abnormal behavior. Abnormal behavior is something deviating from the normal or differing from the typical. It's a subjectively defined behavioral characteristics assigned to those with rare or dysfunctional conditions. It also refers to behaviors that is deviant, maladaptive, or personally distressful over a long period of time. Abnormal behavior also refers to actions, thoughts, or emotions that deviate from the typical or socially accepted norms within a specific cultural or societal context. It is often related to mental health or psychological disorders and may include symptoms like depressions, anxiety, hallucinations, or delusions. Abnormal behavior is a medical and psychological concept and is not inherently illegal. There are 6 identifications of abnormal behavior. First, deviation from statistical norm. Second, deviation from social norms. Third, maladaptive behavior. Fourth, personal distress. Fifth, failure to function adequately. And last, deviation from ideal mental health.
Deviation from a statistical norm. Many population facts are measured such as height, weight, and intelligence. Most people fall within the middle range of intelligence, but a few are abnormally stupid. But according to this definition, a person with extremely intelligence should be classified as abnormal. Intelligence. It is statistically abnormal for a person to get a score above 145 or an IQ test, or to get a score below 55, but only the lowest score can be considered abnormal. Deviation from social norm. Every culture has certain standards for acceptable behavior. Behavior that deviate from the standards is considered to be abnormal behavior, but those standards can change with time and vary from the one society to another. Maladaptive behavior. This is how the behavior affects the well-being of the individual or social group. Like for example, a man who attempts suicide or paranoid individual who tries to assassinate national leaders are illustrated under this criterion.
There are 2 aspects of maladaptive behavior, the maladaptive to oneself and maladaptive to society. Maladaptive to oneself, it refers to an inability of a person to reach goals or to adapt to the demands of life. Maladaptive to society, it refers to a person's obstruction or disruption to social group functioning. Personal distress, it is a negative emotion that we may experience when we view another person suffering. It is a self-focused, aversive, strong dislike, affective reaction to the apprehension of another's emotion. Example, discomfort or anxiety, such as the distress of a person feeling anxious when viewing someone who is sad. Failure to function adequately. This means a person is unable to navigate everyday life or behave in the necessary ways to live a normal life.
Deviation from ideal mental health is a definition of abnormality which suggests that abnormal behavior should be defined by the absence of particular ideal characteristics. Symptoms of abnormal behavior: long period of discomfort, impaired functioning, bizarre behavior, disruptive behavior. What is long period discomfort? The distress is related to a real or related or threatened event and passes with time. Persists for an extended period of time and seems to be unrelated to events surrounding the person. Example, worrying about a calculus test, grieving the death of the loved one.
Impaired functioning. A distinction must be made between simplified, a passing period of efficiency, and prolonged inefficiency, which seems unexplainable. Example, a very brilliant person who consistently fails in his class, or someone constantly changes his job for no apparent reason. Bizarre behavior. A behavior that has no rational basis seems to indicate that the individual is confused. The psychosis frequently result in hallucination or delusion. Hallucination involves hearing, seeing, smelling, or feeling that things are not really there. For example, a person may see children playing in the living room when no children exist. Delusion are false belief that the person thinks are real. For example, The person may think his or her spouse is in love with someone else. Destructive behavior. This means impulsive, apparently uncontrollable behavior that disrupt the beliefs and the lives of our or of other or drives them of their human rights on a regular basis. Example, severe psychological disorder and antisocial personality disorder.
What is criminality? Criminality refers to the state or quality of being criminal, or a practice that is considered a crime or actions that are prohibited by law and subject to legal sanctions such as arrest, prosecution, and imprisonment. It refers to the state or quality of being involved in criminal activities. Some examples of these are robbery, murder, fraud, violence, road rage, drugs, and etc. Driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol is also considered as criminality. Individuals can be a criminal because of some factors like poverty, rational choice, or feelings of being unfairly disadvantaged compared to peers, and various biological and social elements as criminal influences. While abnormal behavior and criminality are separate concepts, they can intersect when individuals with certain mental health issues commit illegal acts. However, not all abnormal behaviors are criminal, because it is a medical and psychological concept and is not inherently illegal. They don't have the capabilities to know the distinction between right and wrong actions. And not all criminal actions are indicated of mental illness because some of are just using it as an excuse to hide their criminal activities. The relationship between the two depends on individual cases and should be assessed by mental health professionals and the legal system.